Hey, and welcome to map 11 of Doom 64. This is Terrorcore. So we're going to grab that Berserk pack behind us at the start though. It's in a secret. There's a bunch of pinkies at the start here. We really have to be careful with these guys. They can overrun you if you're not careful. Me there just diving in, absolutely with no regard for my health. Luckily this level gives you a chain gun, which you can make use of if you feel that you need a bit of extra help. Chainsaw is going to be a bit useful later on, but for now, let's just take care of all these enemies around here. We have to defeat all the enemies in this opening area if we want to get to the next part, so we're going to have to hunt down all of these imps, and some of them do wander around, so make sure you take a good look around. Okay, so the wall hasn't come down yet, so that means there's probably an enemy or two hanging around. If I wait here long enough, they will come to me anyway, so I'm just going to let that play out. I do love the atmospheric thundering in the background. Like, it's just nice to have some atmosphere in these Doom 64 levels, and the use of sound is just excellent in my opinion. There he is. I think that was the last imp there. Can't go that way, so let's go back around this way. It's one thing Doom 64 does really well compared to the original Doom. So if we hit this switch here, a wall drops down over here, gives us the super shotgun and a backpack. Very useful. You can easily miss that, and it's not marked as a secret, so it's best to grab that. The other switch opens up the blue keycard there, and as you can see, there's a bunch of Barons and Hell Knights inside here. So we just need to make sure that we don't get too close to these guys. You can see the lightning in the skybox, which is really cool. The main thing here is I don't want to get backed into a corner, so I'm just making sure I draw them out into a wide open area. It is a bit easy to not understand what's going on here, but when you open this door, there's a secret over here with a rocket launcher, which we're definitely going to grab. That'll be very useful as we go through the level. There's a bunch of spectres in here. This is where the chainsaw will really come into its own. I do prefer this chainsaw to the one in original Doom. I just think it looks so much more badass with two blades. Gonna use the rocket launcher in here to make sure we just eliminate these enemies as quickly as possible. There's a bunch of imps up top. We will be going up there in a tiny bit, but right now it's not a big concern. See if I can get this imp here. So you can see there's a Baron over there. That's actually the exit, but we won't be going there for quite a while yet, so we're going to leave that Baron alone. As we head over here, we can't go into that door. We have to hit the switch in here to activate that door. I'm going to take care of the Hell Knights here. If you don't take care of these guys, they do become a pain in a second when the trap in here sort of opens up. There's plenty of ammo around here. Make sure you grab it before you hit that switch. If you do hit that switch, well, you'll see what happens in a second. The room kind of fills up with imps and lost souls, which isn't really a problem until they start sneaking up behind you, and then it becomes like a major issue. Oh, and a few spectres as well. Forgot about the spectres. See what I mean? It's worth just trying to track all the enemies in this space. You do need to kill them all anyway, so there's no reason to sort of let them sneak up behind you. But as you saw there, it's not too difficult to let it happen, so just keep it in the back of your mind. Now this door has opened up here, we can head to the top of this elevator. When we open this door, there's a Hell Knight behind it. Just making sure that we don't get hit by his fireball. As we make our way in here, it's worth getting rid of this Hell Knight if you can, before you kind of step into the middle here, because as soon as you step into the middle part here, the doors kind of lock behind you, and these mancubuses will try to attack you from the side here. I do like how in Doom 64 there are silent teleporters, so enemies can sneak up on you like that, because a lot of players will go out onto that bridge and they'll get attacked from the side, and it's quite a nasty ambush if you're not prepared for it. We'll go through this teleporter here. So we can grab the yellow skull key here. Now, interestingly, there is a switch over there. It does activate one of the secrets in this level, so it's worth going and getting that. I'm going to see if I can get it right now, actually. Really here, you need to do a precise run. I'm going to show you, when you run straight on, you don't get enough speed or distance to hit the switch. You've got to go at a slight angle, so you've got to do a strafe run, basically. Now, I was never able to do this on the N64 itself, but here, if you line it up just right, it's not too bad. There we go. So what that does, that actually opens up a secret chamber near the teleporter that we were just at. Go back, actually. Let's go into that secret area here. So when you come all the way around here, it actually brings you out where the supercharge is here. Excellent. The truth is, once you get the supercharge there, there's a blue armor. It pretty much makes the end of this level a lot easier, because there's a few Barons of Hell right at the end of this level that can throw players if they've wasted all their ammo. You can see there's a whole bunch of enemies down here. Luckily, because they're all in a single file line, I can just use my rocket launcher to do as much damage as I can to them. They're also blocking each other's shots, which was really helpful to me there. So this is where all those imps were earlier on that we were taking aim at. A bunch of lost souls have just spawned in when we picked up the key card, but luckily the chain gun is more than adequate at dealing with lost souls from a distance. There's nothing else up here really of note. There is an interesting little secret here. So this room looks like nothing's going on in here, but if you want to get over to the other side here, you actually need to run across from that room. Didn't trigger it there. It triggers on that corner diagonal piece there. So you need to run across, run along this wall, and we're coming in for the armor secret here. Now if you do this just right, you can get back across. Excellent. You might have noticed that in a lot of these videos, I talk about how I feel there's a great aesthetic, how I love the sounds, the music. I just think Doom 64 does a great job of marrying this darker, this dirtier version of Doom to such a different tone to what the original Dooms managed. And it's just something that I think has gone so underappreciated over the years, because I love the original Dooms, don't get me wrong, but this is such a unique interpretation of what Doom is, while still being very faithful to what made the original Dooms so exciting. And I just kind of love exploring these levels and seeing these rooms and the music and the skyboxes. Everything just comes together in Doom 64 to be really interesting and exciting. And honestly, I'm loving playing through these levels because it just reminds me of why I fell in love with this game in the first place. But as you can see, we go through the teleporter there after beating the Barons of Hell, and we take out all the enemies here, and that's pretty much the level done. Like I said, it's another fine level here. There's a lot of puzzles, there's a lot of wandering around. You've kind of got to keep your eye open in this one. You can get a bit lost if you're not paying attention to the through point of the level, but I feel that, again, it's a very atmospheric level, it's very well constructed, and it's not as good as some of the previous levels, I will say that, if I was being totally honest. I think that it can get a bit meandering in the middle, but I still think it's a fairly strong outing, and it's another solid Doom 64 level. What did you think of TerraCore? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think I was right or wrong in my assessment of this level? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.